Hello everyone, today it's me, Aji, telling you a video like this, guys, okay? Today, we got some mash and sausage. We're going to do a quick eating video, guys, okay? So let's eat.
And I'm Danny Sinha. You're
Yum,
watching
yum.
It's just turned 5:30. Let's give you some headlines. The Keir Starmer has said he will resign if he's fined by police for breaking COVID rules. The Labour leader has come under scrutiny over an occasion when he drank beer and ate takeaway with his colleagues when socialising indoors was not allowed. He insists it was a work meeting.
And President Putin has blamed the West for his invasion of Ukraine. Ukraine came as a huge
It's a little bit hot.
to celebrate victory in World War II, but were dismissed as fairy tales by locals.
Now we're going to turn our attention to Moscow now and the affairs in Russia, where we can speak to journalist Julia Chapman. This idea, of course, Julia, that Russia is defending the motherland. We heard from President Putin making that very, very clear today in his speech. I mean, how is that going down with ordinary Russians? I mean, do they buy it? Many of them certainly do. This is a country, of course, with very little room for dissenting voices. The media has been chipped away at over the years. There's barely any independent media left in this country. So
Yum, yum. Okay, guys, let's eat some more.
Sources of information, and they will believe what they are seeing on state media, which is the same line that they are getting from President Vladimir Putin today, that he was obligated to take this step, that Russia was simply defending itself against aggression from the West and indeed from Ukraine. Of course, many people were taking to the streets today, celebrating their ancestors who died in the Second World War. They won't necessarily be supporting the so-called special military operation in Ukraine, but many of them will at least condone it. And certainly there is a smaller group of people who want nothing to do with this military operation, as the Kremlin insists that we call it. But their voices are increasingly being sidelined in this country.
Yep, no, it's not for me.
This all is that has been, of course, a heavy Russian loss of life. And I guess the longer this goes on, the more people will die. I mean, is there a time on how long
Yummy, yum.
will accept Mr. Putin's version of events, if you like? It is a surprisingly long time that the media can convince people to believe the rhetoric and to continue supporting their government against what they see is the rest of the world out to get Russia. Undoubtedly, we are also, of course, being fed a different picture of the casualties in Ukraine. Officially, the number is 1,351 soldiers that have lost their lives so far. So certainly Russians are not necessarily getting the entire picture. They are not hearing the sources of information that the rest of us are getting, because they are only being told what the state media is telling them. And that can be a very persuasive narrative for many Russians who want to believe in their own country and its strength and power. Okay, interesting. Julia Chapman, thank you so much.
Well, far from saluting soldiers in Moscow, families in Ukraine feel they, not Russia, are the victims of this conflict. Among them, Olena Gunes. Now, in a video diary, she shows the reality of this conflict, looking after her daughters in a war zone and the agony of having to say goodbye to her husband when he goes off to fight. Well, Olena and her children join us now. Good evening, Olena. Thank you so much for joining and speaking to 5 News tonight. Just first of all, what is life like in Kyiv where you are?
Hello. Well, life goes on here. Many of us, like my family, we don't have, like my husband left because he's in the army right now, and he volunteered to defend the country, to defend us here. Many people have to leave the country. I am in Kiev, in the capital. Yes, in the capital right now it's relatively safe. The only risk is the air attack from the sky, from the Russian territory right now. We always hear those air sirens on air raid, and we have to hide in the shelter. And each night we stand in the shelter. Right now we are at home, yes, but for the night I will take my children and we go into the basement because there it's like safer than outside.
And Olena,
But there are other places in Ukraine which are in much worse situation, where there are fighting and lack of water and food and medicine and so on.
Colin, I would like to just respond and just react to your daughter swimming in the background, and it's so delightful to see. I understand she just turned 8 recently, and a lot of that could be down to you as possible for your children. Just explain how.
Okay, guys.
I'm trying to be an example. Even when I'm broken into pieces, I try to, put these pieces together because
There you
they're
go.
looking at me. And if they see that I'm fine, they understand that it's fine. If they see that I'm here,
I don't like the sausage.
I have no other options.
Can I have some more mash?
Ukraine is right now facing. We have no other option.
All right.
We have to be strong, and
Well,
we have to defend
well,
our country and
you had loads of mash, but I'm gonna have a drink.
And we saw the video of you kissing your husband goodbye, and there are times where you don't know when you're going to see
Let me
him.
just
But
smell it.
I understand
Let me just
today.
smell one.
What was that like for you?
No, I don't like. I'm allergic to sausages.
Well, of course, we were very happy to see him today. We see him from time to time, and each
Bit to
time
mash.
it's a big gift. And I feel grateful that he's still alive, and that we are still alive. Because the danger was very,
I enjoyed that mash.
when those atrocities were revealed in Bucha.
I think I might have to end it so it lets me send the video to
15
YouTube.
kilometers away from my home, it was so close. Those Russian tanks were so close, and they can come back again if we are not. If they understand that Kiev is not strong enough. But of course, it's a big pleasure.
How do I keep burping?
Olena Gomez, thank you so much, as I said, for taking the time.
Yeah, guys, mate.
Just look after yourself and those beautiful children. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I'll bring you some breaking news now. Police in London have carried out 2 controlled explosions near Westminster Abbey. It was after reports of a suspicious vehicle in that area. Well, the Met Police says officers remain at the scene, but roads are starting to reopen.
Let's go back now to another one of our top stories, the nationwide shortage of NHS dentists.
Right, mate. See you next time on the channel. Bye.